Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast. Today we're featuring a 1969 Chevy Malibu. It's got SS badging on it. It's a full restoration, body paint, engine, suspension, interior, exterior. It's been beautifully done. It's got four-wheel disc brakes on it, ventilated rotors. It's got custom wheels. Those are $8,000. Those wheels were made specifically for this car. It's got four-corner Fox air or Ride Tech air suspension in it. The body and the paint are perfect. There isn't anything on this car that needs to be done. So this is the lowest position possible for the suspension, and I've got gauges and a compressor in the trunk. The gauges are sit in the cab underneath the center console, and then the compressor is in the trunk. So you can see the body moldings, the trim, all that stuff. Super clean, all new, really good lines. It's got factory air conditioning, which blows ice cold. It was just serviced. You know what, I'm going to grab the keys so you can see. Let me show you. So the back window's got a heavy tint on it, but you can see all the trim and the moldings and all that stuff was replaced. It's all new. You can see the bumpers. So it's got MagnaFlow exhaust that's stainless. You can see really, really clean. All the seams are clean, flat, in beautiful shape. So the trunk has been lined, and the compressor, so you can see all that, very, very clean. It's been well done. There's your compressor for the suspension and the trunk. So there's no rust on this car. There isn't any even rust on the undercarriage. That was that's really, really clean. So, I mean, you can see the lines on this. The paint and the bodywork are really done. It's done by a good shop here in Portland. A lot of hot rod stuff in Portland. So it's not too hard to find somebody to do paint and bodywork or restoration work on this. The engine, the suspension, that stuff was done by Superior Performance. You can see the wheels are beautiful. So the tires, everything is new. I'm going to open the engine compartment. It's going to get a little shaky here for a minute, so bear with me. But I'll show you what's underneath here. So there's the underside of the hood. So power steering, power brakes. There's the original build code tag up there at the front of the firewall. You can see all this other stuff. I mean, there's basically everything in here is new. Super clean. So Edelbrock manifold and carburetor, and massive AC unit, which surprises me how cold it is. And there's your original VIN tag, is still intact and legible in the dash. So it's got power windows on it, which is kind of a surprise. That and the AC were a surprise. And everything else. Oops. So the interior, it's got a period specific but an upgraded digital stereo in it with USB port. So all the upholstery is new, the headliner, carpet, center console. So keys, get this thing fired up. So passenger side door, turn that down. Passenger side door panel. Dash, all very, very clean. So SS steering wheel. So there's the stereo I was talking about. So digital display, you've got a USB cable to that. Here's the air ride suspension. So you just power these up, and then you've got a gauge that'll tell you where you're at. I'll just leave those there. So I can't remember how these are, but you've got one for each setting, obviously. And then to release them, each button, they've got a gauge that will show you where you're at. I of course like it as it sits on the ground. So front and rear. There you go. So AC, which blows ice cold, as I mentioned. I don't know if the lighter works. Let me put that in. So turn signal, left turn signal, operational, right turn signal, operational, wipers, operational, surprisingly enough. You've got a tilt steering wheel, horn. See, does the horn work? Horn does not work, as a disclosure. Everything else works. The gas gauge works, oil pressure. It's got 96,036 miles on it. I'm not sure if that's accurate. We think it is. I don't think it's been rolled over, but we're not sure about that. So you can hear how tight the engine is. This is a nice car. So anyways, we've got the receipts for the paint and body work. I'm waiting for details on the engine. I think that's I'm not sure if that's an original engine. It looks like it may be a crate engine, and then it looks like the driveline was rebuilt. I'll have more specifics about that as far as the details. My goal here was to show you the cosmetic condition of the car and give you an example of what it sounds like and how it starts. If you've got questions or would like additional information, we can be reached directly at 503-227-2354, and we'd like to thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast.